Hey, what's going on, guys? I would like to ask you to imagine a world where everything you do or say is recorded and it is being added or subtracted from your social credit score. Imagine you cross the street when you're not supposed to, or you litter, you throw something out your window while you're driving. Imagine you have one too many beers on a Saturday night, and all of these things negatively impact your social credit score. Now, when you first hear that, you might think, well, that's a good idea. We want everyone to be better citizens and to just be better human beings. We don't want people to maybe be attacking someone or littering. We want a better, cleaner environment for everyone. Well, imagine it goes beyond that. Imagine just questioning your government is going to negatively impact your social credit score. Imagine just having your own opinion. Maybe you just drive a little bit too fast. You just get a speeding ticket. And that brings down your score a little bit more. Well, then you might be asking, well, what does it matter? I don't care about my score. I don't care if I get a ticket. Well, imagine when your score drops too low, it is on every billboard in every town or city you live in. That people will walk by and point and laugh. You loser, your score dropped below this certain level. You will be mocked or ridiculed walking through the streets. While the people who do go along with everything the government says, they never question anything. And they are perfectly clean, clone civilians.
Let me ask you a few questions. How would you like to live in a world where you got what you deserved? Imagine a place, a society, where everything you say and do is not just evaluated, but also rated by your government. In this world, everything you purchase, every movie you watch, every song you listen to, every friend you choose, every food you eat, every good deed, every bad deed, everything is subject to the rating system. Is this real life? I wondered. Do be wary. As time went on, the surveillance, monitoring, and rating all increased as Osiris' algorithm became more and more advanced. By the second month inside the simulation, Osiris was rating the amount of brushstrokes we made while brushing our teeth. It rated how long you studied a post on its social media network before liking it. It rated the quality of people that you associated with. On one particular day, I was shocked when Osiris removed 15 points from me, just for disliking a participant's outfit without me having said anything. I didn't even click anything. I started thinking Osiris had become so advanced that it could read our thoughts. If you weren't smiling, the system assumed you were not giving it your best effort to enjoy life. It also determined that you made the environment unpleasant for others. Showing signs of anxiousness would do the same damn thing. These emotions and feelings were not considered to be trustworthy or reliable under the Osiris simulation, which in turn meant they were not considered helpful in any society. By the end of the second month, almost everyone inside the simulation walked around with perpetual, fake, unnerving smiles. Smiles void of humanity. Of course, the ultimate evidence of the flaws within a system like this was what happened on the day the man jumped out the window. We all stood in shock and horror, just looking at his lifeless body on the pavement. Some of us began to smile. It was a sinister scene. A man crushed against the pavement on the ground, surrounded by people who were smiling. People who had forgotten how to react because all they sought after were higher social credit scores. The reason a social credit system is functional for a government is because it creates organic surveillance by brainwashing its citizens to act as the system. The thing is, all social credit systems are sadistic. They enjoy rating and punishing humans, and if humans become employees of the system, they become the same sadistic, and in some cases, masochistic slaves of the government who rate its citizens. They say fear is what helped us to evolve into the superior species that we are. They say fear is essential for survival. I understand all of this. You must also know that fear can play tricks with your mind. It can even distort your memories. It can alter your perception of reality. It can physically damage your brain, thereby causing you to do horrible, terrible, unforgivable things. And governments are fully aware of its capabilities. They know they can use the power of fear in such a subtle way that you'll believe that everything you do is your choice. And then one day, you'll be standing over a dead body and believe that you chose to kill, that you chose to lose your humanity. But hear me well. Humanity is a danger to governments, and they know it. We must save it at all costs. A company called SenseTime has recently raised $600 million in fundraising. The reason being that this company fabricates a very particular tool that's becoming increasingly important in our societies. That tool is facial recognition software. SenseTime already has ties to larger corporations where this software can be easily used to monitor customers. More importantly, if you've been to China in recent time and you've been photographed using a phone, you're most likely already embedded into SenseTime's library of faces. Of course, the biggest fuel to an AI of this magnitude is what's to come next: a social credit system. Privacy is a thing of the past. Surveillance is now the present, and despotism is the future.
As well as future societies where the real-world social credit systems will provide a utopia like you've never seen before. But most importantly, we hope to see you soon in one of our future, state-of-the-art, real-world social credit rating systems. Until then, be good, be kind, and all will be aligned. Regards, the Osiris team.
As you finish my tale of horror and place your electronic device down, I suggest you take some time to ponder and meditate about your life and the things you cherish most in it. Perhaps it's your family. Perhaps it's love. Perhaps it's your health. But also, try and think about the things you take for granted. Your level of freedom. Your ability to think without being read by anyone. The fact that your thoughts are obscured and unjudged. The power of feeling an emotion and expressing it. The fact that whatever privacy you have left, you still own it. Think about those truths. And think about how much we take them for granted, even if they are limited for some of us. And now, once again, as you put your device down, imagine a world where you are older, a world that has changed. In this world, everything you do and everything you say and everything you think is monitored and eventually rated. You will become a nameless number. Will you still feel safe loving the things that you love today? Will you still feel like yourself if your tastes change to meet the expectations of a point-based system? Will you still feel real? Will you even be real? Well, now begs the question, why are there no riots? Why are there no protests? Are we really not seeing the height of the precipice from which humanity is about to take a leap from? In the face of an authoritarian evil, there is no individuality. There are no good guys. None. I implore you to find an escape to save humanity, but also to save yourself from becoming something you can never take back. To save yourself from becoming something you can never take back. Creepypasta stories narrated by Mr. Black Pasta. My Year in the Simulation. Written by MTL Stories Patty.
Hey, what's going on? I hope that introduction wasn't a little too scary or dystopian for you. That was made by a YouTuber I love to listen to who narrates horror stories. And a lot of them are real situations or scenarios that are either facing our world or are hopefully not going to be coming in the near future. His channel link and the link to the story will be in the description. He is incredible. I'm happy I was able to find an opportunity to be able to promote him in any way, even though his platform is much bigger than all 12 of you that watch any of my videos that hopefully get some kind of enjoyment or education out of it. I used that at the beginning, which was just a small sample. His story is much longer and breaks down what it is like. They used the simulation to test it on the masses. They got volunteers to see what it would be like to kind of work out the kinks or the bugs before they would move it on to mass productions for other countries. Even though a lot of people might already be aware of the situation, it is things like this that I feel the need to spread, even if it's one more person made aware. These are things that need to be talked about. Someone in my last video told me that I'm not helping, and the video was about kind of exposing some of the things about Joe Biden. No, maybe just exposing the truth itself isn't helping, but sticking your head in the sand and hiding isn't helping either. If there's some kind of danger, or if there's a corrupt politician, or if there's a fire, or if there's a hurricane, or just dangers from the government, whatever it is, being made aware is helping. It's essentially why we have the Weather Channel, isn't it? That if some kind of natural disaster is coming, to let you know. Would it be better, or would it be helping to ignore whatever dangers are on the horizon? Anyway, my main point of making this was not to be able to cover better on all of the things going on in China, which I will leave multiple links on videos for you to be able to research yourself. What I noticed in a lot of these videos is people saying, well, don't worry, this isn't going to be coming to America. This isn't going to work in a country like America. For the most part, they're right. It won't, because in communist societies or civilizations, the people don't get to decide. If the people at the top of the government decide this is what we're doing, everyone must go along with it, or you'll be pushed from society, or hopefully be able to escape to a safer country. In America, because a lot of the citizens have a voice themselves, when it's not suppressed from places like Google or Facebook or YouTube, they are able to share their opinion. They are able to shoot down ideas they don't like or agree with. The problem with that is, though, that places like China or Russia, the dictatorship is right in your face. But here, they've found ways to manipulate your opinions, your views, using fear usually, to get you to go along with whatever it is they want. You see, in America, it wouldn't work by automatically implementing it. What they will do is convince you things like this are a good idea. The biggest evidence of this, I would say, is the RFID chip. For years, people have known that they do not want to do this. It is an invasion of privacy. It is only giving more power to whatever it's going to be used for. Is it going to be tracking you? Is it going to be holding all of your money? Are you going to need it to enter in or out of most buildings to get a job? The sky is the limit on the amount of control this will leave on whoever is deciding what this is used for. What they do is they'll usually get a celebrity, maybe a talking head like an Ellen, a Jimmy Fallon, an Oprah, a Dr. Oz, or whoever. They either pay them or convince them it's okay and say, hey, promote this. And so many people will blindly follow their idols in going along with whatever it is. You get someone who follows Kim Kardashian will do anything that they say they are doing, even if they're not doing it. They just got a check for saying that they're doing it themselves. In the early 90s, when this was first being implemented, they used their tactic they love to go to, is fear. And what they did is they used a girl that went missing, and they showed the horror on the parents' face and the sadness, so you feel their emotion. And they said these parents wish they had a way to find their child. Now luckily, eventually little Susie, or whatever her name was, came home, but they used that as a fear tactic. Parents, do you want your children to go missing? You don't. If you want your kids to be kept safe, you will get them chipped. You will get them chipped today.
Monday at 11.
It happens in seconds. Your child wanders off and panic sets in. But what if you had an extra layer of security inside your child?
If it'll save my kid, there's no step that's too extreme.
The technology is here, but just how far would you go to keep your kids safe? Parents are divided.
I just think that implanting something under their skin would not be okay.
If a small chip the size of a grain of rice could have prevented a tragedy, I think most parents, hindsight would have said, I wish I would have done it.
But our expert insists putting this technology in place is just a matter of time.
It could save a life. reunite a family, find a missing Alzheimer's patient.
Melanie Michael has an 8 on Your Side investigation every parent needs to see. Monday at 11 on News Channel 8.
That went on for a little bit, and some people might have gone along with it, and a lot of people resisted. So as time went on, eventually in 2004, the FDA cleared implementing the RFID chip into humans. Now from then, once they realized fear wasn't going to work, they started making it cool. They get either YouTubers or your celebrities, and they make it look cool. They say, hey, look at this new piece of technology. You're all gonna want it too. Look what I have. I can open my front door without using a key. I can start my car. I don't need to carry my credit cards. It will solve all of these minuscule problems if you just forget about your security or privacy. Now the sad thing is, it is usually this easy to get the masses to go along with anything.
And it operates with RFID, right? It operates with a lot of technologies, but RFID is popular, of course.
It occurs to me right now, some people might think this is ad. This ain't an ad. Whoever this company is, I don't even know. Go ahead.
Exactly. So if you have a card, sure enough, you can get in, not fumble around with your keys. But if a nefarious person steals your card and it's like, oh my God, my card is gone and my house is locked, how can I get in?
You smash a window.
Well,
Chimney.
Oh, in the chimney. You could the Santa Claus attack.
Santa Claus
Yes.
attack. He's the ultimate penetration tester. Santa
Well, what
Claus.
I might just do is say, well, even without my card on me, I can just kind of try that.
Oops.
No, you just gotta give the lock a high five. It likes me.
All right, Bill the Beans, I'm too excited about this. It is ESP.
You like rap? We'll get a rapper to do it. You like movies? We'll get an actor to do it.
All right, this next one's a little creepy. I want to see what you guys think, okay?
It isn't.
I heard about this. Brooke likes this idea, which tells you a lot about Brooke. Listen to this story. Okay, so if you forgot your ticket to a game, a soccer game in Argentina, it's not a problem because you can use the microchip that's been embedded under your skin by the team. An Argentinian soccer team planning experimentally to this point to offer supporters a chance to implant a microchip in their skin. Lets them walk right through, like Easy Pass in your car.
It's an Easy Pass.
You just walk right into the stadium.
But the Easy Pass is in your car, not in your wrist.
That's correct.
But see, I'm not really thinking about it in terms of sports as much as I would love to put one in my kids.
Just to know where they are?
I know it's creepy and really futuristic, but my dog has one.
Right.
And she ran away and ended up, we live downtown, and she ended up, in Harlem. And somebody did deliver her to a facility, a place, and they scanned her, and then they found us. And I honestly am not completely against chipping my children.
Have you proposed this to the girls?
I haven't. No, I thought I would do it in their sleep.
Now they know.
You like a talk show? We'll get an Ellen, a Jimmy, a Stephen Colbert, a Trevor Noah, whoever. They get these people by paying them to go along with it, and then you will sign up too because, well, they're smart, they have a TV show, if they're saying it, it must be a good idea. Isn't it strange, and I'm not going to go into Bible prophecy, at least not in this video, isn't it strange that 2,000 years ago, before real technology as far as electricity wasn't even a thing, for a long time after that, warned people that there was going to be a chip that will decide where you can go, what you can buy. It will decide who you are in society. Isn't that insane to most people, whether you're religious or not? That 2,000 years ago, you were warned about this? However they're going to convince you it's a good idea, it is not. Since there's already a lot of people that are weary when it comes to implementing chips in you, even though it's going to be cool and make you an android and you're part machine and it makes your life so much better, what they have done is, even though a lot of these technologies are made innocently, just like the atom bomb was, not the bomb itself, the technology going into things are made innocently. You know, that's what this country is founded on: innovation, individuality. That you think for yourself, and there are people putting work into creating amazing feats of technology that are eventually used against the people it is intended for. Take a look at this video, and it's another one of these things that is going to be taking away any kind of privacy. It's a rolling camera throughout your house that implements with any smart devices. Maybe it'll turn on your TV, or it'll turn on music, or it'll turn the vacuum on. That's how they're going to get people convinced that these are good, these will make your life easier. Even though you have a rolling camera throughout your house, You have no privacy anymore.
Hi, Bali.
Caroline with your elbows.
Goodbye, Bali.
Starting meeting. Charging.
Again, any video, including this video, I do not make to scare you. The truth will set us free, and being aware of these changes happening and keeping an eye on them, or hopefully preventing some of them, will help you live your best life. So I'm trying to do the same. Thank you.
Spin it again.
See you next time.